So today I just want to talk a little bit about a tool for extracting meaningful noise from messy data. In this case, language production in keystrokes. Keystrokes are actually really interesting, and they have their history starting back in World War II. Military intelligence was actually able to pick up on different telegraph operators and their patterns of dots and dashes. And based on then where those patterns were coming from, they were actually able to track troop movements during the war. So pretty cool origins. My motivations are a little bit different though. So my motivations for studying keystrokes are, number one, that language is a window into cognition. The idea here is the brain is like an iceberg. 90% of it is below water and is unobservable. There's only that 10% above the water that we can observe. And we need to then infer that bottom 90%. We use things like language production, we use things like reaction times, we even use things like the electrical signals that your brain is generating. And from those, we infer everything going on below the surface. And further, each typist has a unique typing pattern. So just like every musician has a unique way of playing a piece of music, each typist also has a unique way of typing. So the question that I want to ask is, how do we highlight or visualize the relevant differences in noisy typing data so that we can create informative symbols of that typing? And just a brief note on methodology, this is collected from over 1,000 university students, and they answered short essays, or they typed short essays in response to a whole variety of prompts. So our solution was to create what we call TypeShift. TypeShift is an interactive tool that allows you to select and handpick exactly which elements of the typing process you want to compare. You do that by first selecting the speaker. So you go by demographics like age and gender. You then select which question you want to see their response to. You can unlock syntactic units. So are they typing nouns differently than verbs? And so you can do a similar thing then with semantic units. So content words are words like blue, green, fast, slow, run, crawl. These have like meaning. Function words are things like determiners or connectors, the, and, that. And these each have their own psychological meanings, so you can isolate them as you choose. And finally, and most importantly, for this meaningful information, you can select your baseline. So if you want to compare this typist to the entire population, or do you just want a subset of the population that this typist belongs to? These few details, I'll go into more of this in the coming slides, but first what you can see is the entire typing session. Each dot represents a word token. When you combine them all together, you basically get a continuous line. The more vertical, the more steep the slope is, means it's a more rapid typing session. More gradual, it's a slower typing session. The other thing to mention is that the size of the border of each dot tells you how many revisions went to that word, how many times they push backspace or delete. You can then click on each word token, and it will show you the letter by letter, keystroke by keystroke timing for each one compared to the rest of the population. So what are some interesting things? So we can see overall typing rate. In this case, this typist, this session, pretty average. So you might look at it and say, there's nothing special. But this is actually really fast for this particular typist. As you can see, how much steeper it is than the yellow line. Another thing we can look at is the typing rate of each individual word. And that determines the color, the hue of each dot. So it really gives you a sense of where are the fast words, where are the slow words, based on the color. you can also see gaps in typing. So the idea there is, right, we're moving along the x-axis, which is time, and there's a gap where no additional keystrokes are being produced. So that's why you're typing, take a pause to think, go back to typing. So we can visualize those as well. So here's some interesting comparisons. On the left, this typist, totally average, both within all of their own typing sessions and also compared to the population, where the person on the right is really fast for the population, but really slow for them. So it gives you some meaningful comparison. In addition, you can also get a sense of consistency. So if you have a nice smooth slope, that points to a consistent typing rate versus a more jaggedy, inconsistent typing rate. And then finally, we can look at revisions. So on the left, you see someone who's typing, making a lot of revisions, but they make a revision and they stop. They have to think about what they did. Versus on the right, you have someone who's a very fast typist, and they're making lots of mistakes and lots of revisions, but it doesn't phase them. And they keep plugging away right along. So you get a sense of two very different types of typing sessions. And then finally, you can click on each word. And you can see the timing of each keystroke with the red dot is the individuals, and then the distribution of the population. So you see right here is they took a little longer for that first word. Maybe it took them a little longer to retrieve that word. But then, once they got into the word, they had a very average typing rate. So what can we take away from this? We can take away that it's important to figure out the relevant differences and highlight those. And that's possible when you do that to capture both the continuous and discrete nature of your data. And finally, if we have informative symbols, representations of typing, it can allow us to get some clues into that unobservable cognitive processor. As a brief note, everything here is open source, from the data to the software, and I'll publish these slides online. And thank you very much for your time.